Hey, in this video, I'm going to walk you through what I call a 90-90 body scan. So often the purpose of why I prescribe this is to help down-regulate the nervous system, which might be overactive or have an overactive pain response or an overactive muscle contraction response. And so we're going to be doing some breathing, a body scan, and some arm and leg movements with the goal of just kind of feeling what's happening in the body and getting some small, slow movements without everything tensing up. So you can follow along here. I'm gonna lay on my back. I'm on the floor, but I want you to be in a comfortable place, as comfortable as you can, with your legs at about 90 degrees at the knees and hips. Doesn't have to be perfect. And then I'm gonna have you bring your arms maybe right on the bottom of the rib cage if that's comfortable. If it's not, go wherever else they are comfortable. Same with this leg position, go with what's comfortable. And if you need to shift your hips around. Then I'm gonna have you close your eyes, if you're comfortable, do that in your space. And start with just a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth, all the way out. One more in through the nose. And exhale like you're trying to fog up a window. All the way out. Then as you inhale, just bring your attention to the top of your head. Just see what you feel. You might not feel much, and that's okay. If you don't feel much on the top of your head, bring your attention to the back of your head on the pillow or the floor. And just make the slowest, smallest head turn side to side, like you're nodding. No, but slow and small, almost imperceptible. As you do that, just see what you feel. If anything, it's okay if you don't feel much. And then slow, small, almost like you're nodding yes, but as slow and as small as you can. And then inhale. Just check, see if you tensed anything up as you did that. I noticed I tensed up my inner thigh muscles for some reason. I had an old injury there, maybe. And exhale. As you exhale, just bring your attention to your shoulders and your chest. Maybe just give them a slow, small wiggle up and down each one. And see if you can let them settle into the floor. Inhale again. Exhale, just let your shoulders settle into the floor. The floor has got you here, or your bed, whatever you're on. Just let that support you. You're going to inhale again. Exhale all the way. Feel your hands on your abdomen, or your rib cage. Your fingers a slow little wiggle. Maybe make some circles with your wrists. Straighten and bend each elbow. Inhale again if you're holding your breath. And then I'm just going to have you reach up to the ceiling. And if at any point, if you have an area that's painful, and then arms back to the ground. If you have an area that's painful with any of these movements, just pause and reset. And just move on to the next one. Inhale, reach up. And then exhale back to the floor. This time, inhale, reach up and over your head a little bit, like a YMCA. And then back down. Not stretching, just some gentle, slow arm movements. Inhale again, feel your ribs moving. Exhale. Your attention maybe to your low back. Just feel it on the floor. If it's painful, just kind of see where that pain is. Is there any way you can just let things sink and settle? If not, that's okay. We'll move along to the knees and the thighs and just kind of feel where they are. Can you feel that they're bent? You feel the weight of your calves on the surface that's supporting them. Inhale again. Bring attention to your feet and ankles. Make a slow, small circle with your ankles, as slow and as small as you can. And then maybe wiggle your toes. Inhale again, exhale. And now one leg at a time, as slow and as small as you can. Have you just lift one leg, just unweighting it, not even lifting it, but just unweight it from the surface, and then slow back down. And then the other leg, can you just ever so slightly unweight it, and then back down. If that feels okay, then just go side to side 2 or 3 times. Just unweighting the leg, lifting it just a hair if that feels all right. Otherwise, just unweighting it. And then come back to resting. Take one more deep breath in. And then exhale all the way. All right, that's it. So thank you for following along. Some of you that might feel a little odd or interesting to do, maybe not something you've done before. If you got distracted at any point, your mind went wandering, that's all right, that's natural. Just bring it back as soon as you realize that you're thinking about something else. But all we're doing there is trying to work our attention from head to toe. We're trying to get some small, slow movements in various areas, and we're trying to isolate those movements without a co-contraction. Often if I'm working with somebody in pain and we go to move in a certain way, we get the movement, but we also get a co-contraction of muscles around the painful area. Various theories why this might happen. I kind of interpret it as a protective response of the nervous system. Muscle tension can stiffen a thing, so if the body feels like it's vulnerable, it's going to stiffen everything up. And that can be helpful in the early stages of an injury, but on an ongoing, persistent basis, sometimes that tension can change blood flow, can make things stiff or tight. It can tell our nervous system to really protect that area more than we need to. And so with this exercise, we're just trying to unwind that a little bit. These slow exhales bring in our parasympathetic system, or our recovery system. And so all we're doing is just trying to feel what's happening in the body and some small, slow movements. On any of this, if you feel discomfort, if you feel pain, if you feel shortness of breath, first thing is to try, can you get a full exhale? If that doesn't work, then just pause it and come back to this maybe a different time, or we might try a different drill. We do not want to force this. That's kind of the antithesis of what we want to do. We want this to feel as relaxed as possible, maybe a bit weird, a bit funny. You might not feel dramatically different after this, but typically I find if we repeat this with some consistency for a couple weeks, the brain and nervous system start to interact with the body and maybe that area that hurt in a new way. Of course, check with your healthcare provider. This is not a diagnosis. I'm not treating your pain in any way with this video. But if it feels safe to you, give this a shot. Let me know what you think.